Example 1. Dear Service Manager, I am writing to express my concern regarding the translation service I received from your company. On September 15th, I submitted a 10-page business proposal for translation from English to Mandarin Chinese, which was delivered on September 17th. While I appreciate the timely delivery, I must point out several significant errors in the translation. The document contained multiple mistranslated terms related to our product specifications, and there were serious inconsistencies in the pricing information. These errors led to considerable confusion during our meeting with potential Chinese partners, potentially damaging our business relationship. Given the importance of this document and the problems caused, I believe a partial refund would be appropriate compensation. Additionally, I suggest implementing a quality control process where business documents are reviewed by industry-specific translators before delivery. I look forward to your response and resolution of this matter. Best regards, Michael Wilson. Example 2. Dear Sarah, I'm writing to let you know that I finally tried your family's pasta sauce recipe yesterday, and it was a huge success. I followed your instructions carefully, sautéing the garlic and onions before adding the fresh tomatoes. I made one small adjustment by adding some fresh basil from my garden and a splash of red wine, which gave it an amazing aroma. The sauce simmered for about 2 hours, filling the house with a wonderful smell. When I served it for dinner, my family couldn't stop praising it. My husband said it reminded him of the sauce we had in Italy last summer, and the kids actually asked for seconds. That never happens. Even my picky mother-in-law wanted to know the secret recipe. Since this recipe turned out so well, I was wondering if you'd be willing to share more of your family recipes with me. I'd love to try making some other authentic Italian dishes. Thanks again for sharing this special recipe with me. Best wishes, Emma. Example 3. Dear Jessica, I wanted to write and express my sincere thanks for taking such wonderful care of Rocky while I was away on my business trip last week. As you know, he usually gets quite anxious around new people, so I was amazed to see how comfortable and happy he was when I returned. I really appreciate how you went above and beyond to make him feel at home. The daily updates and photos you sent showed me how much attention you gave him. I was particularly touched that you let him sleep in your bed and took him for those long walks in the park he loves so much. Your special home-cooked meals for him were also such a thoughtful touch. I would love to show my appreciation by treating you to dinner this weekend. How about that new Italian restaurant you mentioned wanting to try? It would be my pleasure to take you there as a small thank you for being such an amazing dog sitter. Thanks again. Mike, example 4. Dear Mrs. Smith, I was pleasantly surprised to see the old class photos you posted on social media yesterday. Those images instantly transported me back to our wonderful final year at Lincoln High School. Looking at the photos, I vividly remembered our environmental science project where we created a small garden in the schoolyard. I also recalled our exciting field trip to the Natural History Museum, where we spent hours exploring the dinosaur exhibits. The graduation ceremony photos particularly touched my heart, all of us in our blue gowns feeling proud and nervous at the same time. These school experiences actually shaped my career path significantly. Your passionate teaching of environmental science inspired me to pursue environmental engineering, and I'm now working at a renewable energy company. I was thinking, wouldn't it be great to organize a class reunion? We could gather at the old school cafeteria, share our life stories, and recreate some of those memorable moments. I'd be happy to help coordinate with other classmates if you think this is a good idea. Best wishes, Michael. Example 5. Dear neighbor, I hope this email finds you well. I'm writing regarding the party you hosted last night that continued until the early hours of the morning. The loud music and voices from your guests made it impossible for me to get any proper rest, as the noise carried clearly through my bedroom walls. This situation has become increasingly concerning for me, as it's not an isolated incident. As someone who needs to be at work by 7:30 a.m., these late-night disturbances are seriously affecting my job performance. Today, I struggled to concentrate during an important meeting due to lack of sleep, and my productivity has noticeably decreased. I understand that everyone enjoys hosting gatherings, and I don't want to spoil your fun. Perhaps we could reach a compromise? Would it be possible to either end parties by 11 p.m. on weeknights or host them exclusively on weekends? I'd really appreciate your consideration of this matter. Best regards, Michael. Example 6. Dear Mrs. Johnson, I'm writing to ask for your help with the childcare situation. My regular babysitter, Lisa, is going on vacation for 2 weeks starting next Monday, and I need someone to look after my children while I attend mandatory evening training sessions at work. My kids, Tommy and Emma, 4, need supervision from 9 p.m. on weekdays. Their routine is pretty straightforward: dinner at 6:30, followed by homework time for Tommy, and then some quiet play before bedtime at 8:30. Emma can be a picky eater sometimes, but she's generally well behaved. I remembered that your teenagers have some babysitting experience, and I was wondering if either of them would be interested in helping out during these 2 weeks. I'm offering $15, 0 cents per hour, and of course, I provide all necessary emergency contacts and detailed instructions. Would it be possible to meet with you and your teenager to discuss this arrangement further? Perhaps we could get together this weekend? Looking forward to your response, Sarah. Example 7. Dear Digital Services Coordinator, I am writing regarding my experience with your museum's virtual tour that I participated in last weekend. While I appreciate the initiative, I encountered several issues that affected my experience. During the tour, I faced multiple technical difficulties. The video stream frequently buffered and froze, particularly in the modern art section. The audio quality was inconsistent, making it difficult to follow the guide's explanations about the exhibits. I also found the navigation system quite confusing. There were no clear indicators of how to move between different sections, and the interactive map wasn't functioning properly. Additionally, some of the artwork descriptions were not visible when clicked. I would suggest implementing a more stable streaming platform and adding clear navigation markers. Perhaps a tutorial section at the beginning would help visitors understand how to use the virtual interface. I hope this feedback helps improve the experience for future visitors. Best regards, Michael Brown. Example 8. Dear shop owner, I am writing to express my satisfaction with the repair service I received at your shop last month. My laptop suddenly crashed while I was working on crucial project files, and I was extremely concerned about losing several weeks of work that hadn't been backed up. Your technician, David, demonstrated exceptional professionalism throughout the entire process. He immediately diagnosed the issue as a hard drive failure and explained the recovery process clearly. What impressed me most was his efficiency. He managed to recover all my files and repair the laptop within 24 hours, understanding my urgent situation. The reasonable pricing was an added bonus. While your service was excellent, I would like to suggest a few improvements. An online booking system would be helpful, and perhaps offering a basic backup service to prevent similar situations would be valuable for customers. Thank you for running such a reliable business. I will definitely recommend your services to others. Best regards, Michael Thompson. Example 9. Dear competition organizer, I am writing to express my concerns regarding the scoring issues that occurred during last weekend's swimming competition. As a parent of one of the participants, I noticed several inconsistencies in the way scores were recorded and calculated. During the freestyle event, I observed that the timekeepers were having difficulty coordinating their stopwatches with the electronic board. This resulted in significant discrepancies between the displayed times and the recorded scores. At least 5 participants, including my daughter, received incorrect rankings due to these recording errors. These mistakes had a considerable impact on the children's confidence. Many young swimmers who performed exceptionally well left the competition feeling discouraged and confused about their actual performance. This situation has affected their enthusiasm for future competitions. I would like to suggest implementing a dual recording system combining both electronic and manual timing for verification purposes. Additionally, having a dedicated scoring supervisor could help prevent such issues in future events. Best regards, Jennifer Wilson. Example 10. Dear Volunteer Coordinator, I am writing regarding my volunteer experience at the food bank during the past month. While I found the work rewarding, I noticed several areas where our efficiency could be improved. During my shifts, I observed that new volunteers often seemed confused about their roles and responsibilities. Additionally, the current storage system makes it difficult to locate and distribute food items quickly, and the workspace becomes quite crowded during busy periods. I would like to suggest implementing a brief orientation session for new volunteers and creating a clear schedule of daily tasks. Perhaps we could also reorganize the storage area with better labeling and designated zones for different food categories. I am committed to continuing my volunteer work at the food bank and would be happy to assist in implementing these changes. My previous experience in warehouse organization could be valuable in improving our current system. Looking forward to your response. Best regards, Michael Thompson.